We welcome each of you here this night. For the record, all city council members are present, as are members of the city staff. I've asked Councilor Ellis if he'd lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
The audience, please rise and repeat the Pledge of Allegiance with me. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's customary at this time that we take a moment of silence. We do this. We usually remember those who are serving in our military, those who have served, and I thought tonight it's probably appropriate that we would take a moment of silence in behalf of Major Brent Taylor, Mayor of North Ogden City, who was on a leave of absence in Afghanistan. I'm sure you've all, there's been a lot in the newspapers and news media, but I had the opportunity to work with him for 4 years before he left for Afghanistan, and he's just a tremendous individual, really a fine man, and really worked behalf of the people, the community, the county, the state. Everything he did was in the best interests of those he served, and I followed things pretty closely. Well, he and I, we worked some issues together. We went to the Capitol one day. We went down on that Proposition 1, which was trying to get more funding for city streets and roads. And I remember going down there. He and I rode down together, and we lobbied some of the senators in the legislature that day to support Proposition 1. We knew the House was pretty well behind it, but the state senators, there were some concerns there. And remember, he had pictures of roads he had taken in North Ogden. They really had some roads that were really in rough shape, but he just really did. He did everything first class. Everything he did was by the numbers. I went to funeral Saturday, and I think when it really hit home with me was when they wheeled in the flag-draped casket, and his wife and 6 of his 7 children walking behind the casket. And the youngest was 11 months old. I'm sure somebody had the baby, but it was very touching and quite a sacrifice, but we appreciate our military and people that serve and all they do. But we'd like to take a moment of silence for Brent Taylor right now, if we could. Thank you very much. We'll now move on to public comment. This is a period of time that's allotted for you as residents and others to come forth to the microphone. If you have any ideas or concerns you might have you'd like to bring to the attention of the City Council, you're welcome to do that. We ask you to come to the microphone, state your name, and if you would, limit your time to about 3 minutes. So time is yours for public comment.
Hi, my name is Dave Leahy. City Council Mayor, City Council, and staff. I'd like to, first of all, thank everyone for the terrific job they did on the Veterans Day program. Outstanding. It went really well, and it's one of the nicest ones we've had for a while. So for all those concerned, a big thank you for that from the advisory committee. While I was out on the memorial, I happened to notice on the boot, where the boot and the helmet and the boots are, there's it's a purple heart that sits on the front of that base of that stand and everything, but it's all cracked and broken now. So what we need to do is get a new one put on. And now is the time, if we want to do this, we can change that to a different picture to make it, updated and keep it updated. For example, I just had two real quick ones here for to show you, something like this for the Purple Heart. And we can get the people that made the pictures for us to go ahead and do this. I don't know what the cost is. I haven't got any bids or anything. Somebody might want to handle that from the city. But we need to get those Purple Heart off that monument and get the new one put on, because it is cracked and it looks kind of, if you look at it close, it's kind of trashy looking. So not trashy looking, but kind of out of place. It's not, how we did the new pictures on the one side. Well, that's what we need to do with that. Keep everything updated and keep it up to par. That's all I have. If anybody has any questions on that or anything, probably the people at Ogden Blue will do that. By the way, put that new finish on it. They have a new finish they put on it so it doesn't crack so badly in the sun and the weather and the wind and the rain and so forth. So we want to get that new finish put on there if you want to change that. And if you desire to take it completely off, which someone might want to do, but I don't see why, but we could take that thing off too. It's only held on by 4 screws. But the mounting of that thing would be easy. Once you get the picture made on that hardback, you just drill 4 holes and put the screws in. But we do need to change that on that boot and memorial.
We'll look at that, Dave.
Okay.
Roger's made some notes, so
Okay.
we'll get her done.
All righty. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Seeing no others, we'll move on to the next item, presentations and reports. Got the mayor's report. I'd just like to echo a little what Dave Leahy said regarding the Veterans Day program. Give thanks to all that helped with that, all those that were able to come. There were a lot of people involved in that. I hate to mention because I'll miss somebody, but Rich Taylor had a lot to do with helping get set up and doing things. Chris Stone, his work cleaned the memorial, and he did a lot getting ready. Public Works, they helped. They were there. I know they went through. They trimmed the roses. They cleaned the flower beds and tried to get everything in good order. Fire department, police department, they were really involved in this more so than usual, and we appreciate their service and help, appreciate the council members that were there. I think it was a great program. We had an excellent speaker, Colonel Sabrick, 419th Fighter Wing Commander, and we had Bonneville High School Choir, Laker Choir, and had lots of positive comments. Just a lot of people really, really appreciated that program. So many thanks to those that helped with that. It turned out really, really to be a good program. I'd like to move on to action item 2. This one's an important one, CMC recognition, Annette Spendlove, President Utah Municipal Clerks. If you could come forward, please. She has a presentation this evening, so she's even got help, so you can introduce your helper if you like.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm Annette Spendlove. I'm the city recorder for North Ogden City, and I am also the president of the Utah Municipal Clerks Association. I'm here with Teresa Harris, who is our past president. Mayor, thank you so much for the comments about Mayor Taylor. He was my 8th son. I appreciate. Those were just really heartwarming comments. Thank you. Today we're here to present your city recorder, Jackie Manning, with her CMC. This is no easy thing, and it's 120 hours, 120 points she has to get to do this, which is made up of education and experience. It's the equivalent of an associate's degree, and thank you all for supporting her in this. It's the education she receives and the experience helps her to know her job better and to know the city code better and know how to do the things that she needs to do to help the city and you. And we appreciate so much you doing that, allowing her to attend these classes and get the experience and education she needs. Jackie, can you come up? I also have with us tonight our vice president of our association, Susan Farnsworth. Jackie, this is your CMC, and we also know it took lots of work, so we have some things, comforting things for you in this sack right here. Congratulations, and just a little something.
Oh, thank you, Annette.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Missed photo op.
It's got to be a good picture, huh? Want to say anything, Jackie? No?
Just thank you for letting me go get trained